with that, warm welcome for Jeff. Jeff?
Thank you. All right. Good morning, everybody. It's amazing to be here. We've been here since actually Sunday, doing the CPG Summit and meeting some amazing people and brands, and it's great to be back, right? Is everyone pretty excited to be back in person? Yeah, it's been amazing. How many people, this is their first conference in the last 2 years? Wow, it's like half the room. Pretty amazing. So, as John mentioned, we've sponsored every Media Post event, made the commitment to bring the communities together, the search and performance communities together, and also industry experts, which has been just amazing. And so, again, for us, again, we love to build communities of people. So clients, brands, agencies, service providers as well. We have done, again, every major Media Post event. We made the commitment to do all the virtual events as well. So it was great to meet a lot of you guys virtually in your living rooms and home offices and kitchens, and have dog barking contests. I think there were 7 actually that we had at one point. It was like a domino effect of dogs barking, which is pretty amazing. So again, for us, we're doing 56 conferences this year. So we've made a big commitment, not just with Media Post, but across the ecosystem. But Media Post, honestly, these are my personal favorite ones to do. It's an intimate group. It's small enough to connect and have meaningful conversations with people. Rather than like a shop talk with 10,000 people or e-tail, and we'll be at all those as well. But it's in 26 years of this space, I joined the space in 1996 with my first startup, and been in your side of the table, wherever you are. Major agency side holding companies, I've been there. Client side for 15 years across retail and financial services, battled Jack Dorsey directly for 8 years, was in his IPO roadshow when he went public. And been on this side of the table for the last 10 years, working with some amazing people at AdMedia. So we've got a number of folks from my team here. So Andy, Kat, Emma, as well as Danny, our founder and CEO. So definitely looking forward to spend some time with you guys. I was downtown Charleston last night with some clients for dinner, experienced lovely seafood. And who can take a guess? We went to Heyman Seafood. What percentage of the menu is fried? 95%. So it was great. A couple of people got salads, and I'm like kind of drooling over the salads, but it's kind of weird. But great time. But it was great to walk through and just experience a little bit of the charm and really the history of downtown. It was our first time here in Charleston to be able to do that. And I'm a big believer, too, in really kind of history does propel us forward. There's a lot that we can learn. And so, just a quick quote here from Abraham Lincoln, right? And it says, "I will prepare, and someday my chance will come." And I think also chance means opportunity, right? And so, we believe that, with us, with AdMedia too, we've been preparing. So we're over a 20-year-old ad tech company, right? In a space that 98% fail within 2 years. So we've really survived, thrived through many storms, and been really on a fun, I would say, kind of rocket ship experience in the last 3 years. And so really the question for you guys too is, what have you learned over the last 3 years during COVID? Personally, professionally, with your teams, with your clients, with your organization culture? What have you learned, and what are you going to apply moving forward? I know a lot of people are trying to go back in the office, right? And some people are trying to corral the cats to go back in the office almost, right? Where people don't want to go back. How does that change what we do, right? What are you going to change? There's been a lot of impacts to the industry, and we'll talk about some of those. But first, take a look at this.
The world is facing huge challenges today, calling for brands and performance marketers to evolve every second and reach their customers in more effective and efficient ways.
With AdMedia, we're helping your brand reach over 200 million customers in the US while delivering scalable and unmatched return on investment. AdMedia's proprietary technology stack provides incremental reach outside of the major search engines and ad networks, processing billions of queries monthly on premium sites. And we don't stop there. AdMedia's integrated marketing approach focuses on paid search, contextual marketing, native advertising, mobile, online video advertising, and OTT. With over 2 decades of digital marketing experience across multiple industries, our veteran team is always focused on delivering white glove, full service solutions steeped in data analysis and cross-channel high-value audience targeting technology.
The way we reach audiences is evolving to engage with customers, and we're here to make sure your brand stays relevant to grow. AdMedia, paving the way into a bright new day.
And we know we have a lot of clients in the room. There's a lot of new faces in the room. We definitely, want to spend some time, with people. But again, we're a performance-based culture and company, right? For us, it's about how do we impact the business. Yes, it could be search, it could be shopping, it could be contextual, it could be video, performance video. We have 46 products, many patents on those products as well. And so we'd love to do a deeper dive with you guys. We're full service, so we don't put stress or strain on any teams, clients or agency teams. We do all the heavy lifting. We're the right-hand extension. We typically launch in 10 business days. We move fast. We don't have the red tape in place that a lot of really enterprise corporations have. And so we're kind of a breath of fresh air at a lot of times. For us, scale is huge. We have built our own technology stack over the last 20 years, our own DMP, DSP, SSP, bidder technology, video player as well. So we've been busy in build mode and launching a number of products, which we'll share with you guys here, such as shopping and contextual, as well, and different types of search inside of those. So our reach is it's about 250 million people in North America. And inside of our DMP, we have over 200 data points from an audience targeting perspective that we layer on, not just keywords. So we go pretty deep. And we also own and operate 1 million domains. Yes, 1 million domains as well. So unique, exclusive inventory. And we're trusted and work with, again, Fortune 500 brands, also Fortune 2000. Some of the challenger brands, D2C brands, are trying to really kind of punch above their weight class, right, and go aggressive after markets. And a lot of tech integrations as well. So some trends that we've learned and our clients have really expressed to us as well. And again, these are just from the 15 conferences that we've been at since January 1st. There's a lot more that we can unpack. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'll just sit through a couple of these. So the first one is really kind of the digital adoption, which was really primed to accelerate, in my opinion. And again, been in this industry for 26 years. It's exciting times. I'm more excited today than when I started off 26 years ago. And so during the first 3 months during COVID, really a lot of value was unlocked. A lot of people were, trying to get plans approved, trying to get digital technologies moving forward. And it was really the impetus during the lockdown and the movement from traditional to digital that a lot of growth happened. There's a lot of changes with consumer behavior, as well as really the connected user experience as well, especially omni-channel that's happening right now, including measurement and incrementality of where do I spend the next dollar and why. And then we get into a lot of the shifts as well to different audiences. It's harder to reach maybe people that you had the most success with over the last few years. As well as privacy changes, and we'll talk about those and what's kind of happening right from a measurement or tracking side. Traffic diversification has been incredibly important. If you only had, as a manufacturer, let's just say you only had 2 suppliers, do you think that's a smart investment for your company? Especially in the retail or manufacturing segment? No, of course not. People have been and still struggling with things like supply chains, with raw materials, with silicon. They're still real. So why then is search still only with, sometimes only 1 or 2 people? Is it a good investment? Is it a good strategy? Is it risk-proof? Those are some questions that we ask our clients all the time. And so we've actually started working with some of the biggest publishers in this space. And some of those biggest publishers in the space were with some of the giants over the last several years. And so we've really been able to partner and onboard with some of the biggest publishers in the space natively. One of the other biggest trends right now, which we're all part of, know it or not, is the future growth of search. And so this is just really the trend between now and 2025, right? So two things are growing at over 52%, search as well as performance-based video. This says video, but really it's, in my opinion, performance-based video. Okay, so pretty big movements, big bets. You guys are in the right space at the right time. And so this is one of the products that we brought to market. This is actually our patented technology. It's a 2-click search widget model. And so search no longer is going to a search engine box and typing in a search keyword in that box, right? It's not linear, right? People are searching on the nearest screen, the nearest device. They're saying it out loud. Okay, so we power a lot of search on top sites as well as our own sites. And it's a 2-click model. So there's a lot of intent built in along the way as well as quality checks. So the first step is a user would go to a site. They can actually click on a keyword cloud, which is dynamically generated at the user level, or they can search inside of the widget. So in that instance, if somebody was looking for running shoes, clicked on that. Then they go to step 2. It's a SERP page on our end. We're using that to qualify the user further. Step 3, which is the second click, is when they're going on the landing page. So you can see this is just one of our examples from one of our advertisers, Nike. So it's a great innovative way to help capture search demand in new ways. So if you're looking for innovation after the conference, you need to take home 1 or 2 or 3 ideas back to the farm, definitely would recommend this is one. For change, are you prepared? What's your backup plan? Are you confident it won't change again? There's been a lot of change in the space. And it's not just of what's in the future, it's also kind of where we've navigated to, right? What's the impact been over the last, especially year? So with changes, that have been underway with, Apple with Firefox, right? With Facebook with iOS 14 changes, with audience targeting, it's thrown a curveball, right, to a lot of advertisers. Performance has been down. How you target reaching those audiences have changed. It's been down. It's deteriorated. Right? And so what are you changing? The other big thing is rising cost per clicks on the major engines, rising CPMs as well as cost per clicks in different places, right? So CAC, customer acquisition cost, is rising. ROI is going down. Efficiencies are struggling, right? And there's also a lot of just pure inflation in the industry that's happening, right? And so again, what are people doing to offset that? We've really kind of helped stand in that gap and provide additional ways for people to incrementally grow at scale and efficiently as well. And so a lot of dollars maybe that were on a Facebook audience targeting program or else other programs, we've really, again, from a proof of concept period, moved a lot of that success over for brands. And then also, obviously, with third-party cookies going away with Google. Obviously, this has been a topic the last 3 years. It's been delayed now 4 times, right? And so, again, that's a big initiative as well for people, right? It will be a curveball. And what are you doing for that? There's definitely some alternative ways for targeting that are in play, that are being reviewed. They're constantly changing across the ecosystem, right? So again, once you've figured it out, you got to change. It will change. The cheese will move. Trust me. So contextual is one of those things that has been a bet for a lot of advertisers. If you're not doing it, I would definitely consider it. And so there's some difficulties with it. There's a lot of benefits that outweigh those. So 71% of marketers find it difficult to achieve reach at scale to those right audiences. It's been a challenge. 87%, so 9 out of 10 people, are planning on increasing at scale. So increasing and making those investments. When you can connect those two from search and contextual into shopping, that's when you have a lot of compounded growth, is what we find across the full funnel. So we spent over 5 years in R&D developing our own contextual technology. And there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace with contextual advertising. There's measurement companies that are saying they're contextual. There's tracking companies. There's media DSPs, right? That are saying they're contextual. There's some of the big engines now are trying to revive what they call and rebrand as contextual, but not a lot of the technology behind those has changed. So we spent 5 years in R&D developing this product. It's our patents. It's our crawler technology. So we index about 1.4 to 1.9 trillion data calls a day. Yes, trillion data calls a day to refresh our audience segments in real time. So we're not dependent on any third-party cookies or data overlays with that. And so there's a lot of different signals well beyond just keywords that we use, that we classify. And this powers and fuels all of our campaigns. This data is not shared or sold for any reason, even though we get asked all the time. And so it's a great way to future-proof advertising campaigns. So it's a cookieless solution. And one case study, and we can activate any type of ad alongside of the content. This is just so happens to be one case study specifically for video and display. And so it was a major brand. We could do this for search and shopping. We do it all the time. And so they were interested in really extending reach and also making sure that they were driving down their IVTs or invalid traffic, right? So brand safety is real. So we beat their numbers pretty significantly. So we came in, again, the goal for eCPM was $15. We came in at below 7. And then also from an invalid traffic rate, their goal, the advertiser's goal in this instance was 3%, and we came in half of that, below half of that, because of the power of the technology for classification. So pretty cool stuff. First-party data for us, again, is our secret sauce, is the power. Dollars are moving from the right to the left, so it's first, second, and then third party, which is obviously going away. And so again, there's been a lot of shift, a lot of movement on that. We can onboard advertiser first-party data as well. So that being said, find us. We'd like to break bread later today or tomorrow over a meal. We'll have some great food, some great drinks together. We're sponsoring the Catamaran tomorrow, which is awesome. We actually did that a couple days ago. So sign up for the Catamaran, find some of us. Just to quickly call out, we do have some folks from my team here. Andy and Kat, Emma is floating around here somewhere. Danny, our CEO, is in the back. So come see us. We definitely want to share with you guys more. But at the end of the day, it's more about relationships. So have a great time. Thank you for your time.